Hello, I'm Jill Abro from JMHR, and this is one of my regular Thursday videos about redundancy. It'll only be a short video, but I wanted to talk this week about people with caring responsibilities, because I was very shocked by a recent poll I saw run by Citizens Advice that found that carers are amongst those who are more likely than the rest of us to be at risk of redundancy. I've blogged before about looking after carers in the workplace, and I've given talks on the subject. It's something that's close to my heart, and I find it quite shocking that people who are looking after the more vulnerable people in society are discriminated against because of that care. And so I wanted to explore this in terms of redundancy this week. And the poll that I saw said that 2 in 5 people, that's 39% of people who have caring responsibilities, either for children or for vulnerable adults, are facing redundancy. And so I had a closer look at why this might be. And there are various reasons. They might be caring for the clinically vulnerable to coronavirus, people who are more likely to catch it than the rest of us, or who are more likely to suffer from it. And so they've had to take furlough in order to protect those people that they're caring for. Or now that we're beginning to return into the workplace, carers are often needing more stringent health and safety measures to protect the people for whom they're caring. Or they might ask if they can work remotely, continue to work remotely, and some employers don't actually like that. In part, it might be because they're more likely to be working in the sectors which are particularly vulnerable to the economic crisis, in the retail trade or holiday trade, or somewhere where there are more jobs going than in general. Another thing is that carers often have more need to ask for flexible working arrangements than those who don't have these responsibilities, and that might be used against them when they're being selected for redundancy, sad to say. And lastly, and this came out in the poll that I saw, there's also a huge risk that unscrupulous employers are actually using the fact that they're caring for people to against them. So unfair and discriminatory practices when they're selecting people for redundancy. And examples of that might be something like people who are caring for clinically vulnerable people might have complained about the health and safety measures that have or haven't been put in place when they return to work. They've got a perfect right to make that complaint, but if an employer doesn't like it, then they might have used that as a reason for making that person redundant. There's evidence that shows that people who've been on furlough might be being explicitly targeted for redundancy, and often it's carers who have accepted furlough to enable them to continue with their caring responsibilities. Or another thing about furloughed workers is that they may not have been made aware if there are any suitable alternative situations in the company, any alternative jobs that they could apply for. And again, because they're more likely to be furloughed, this is more likely to adversely affect carers. Or those on furlough may not have been offered individual consultation meetings, and of course carers probably have questions about their caring responsibilities, about the ability to do flexible working, etc., and they might have other needs. So more than anybody else, it's probably crucial to consult with them, and it's actually a legal requirement that you consult with everybody anyway. This is just a short piece. I saw it in a poll, and I was so shocked that carers are being treated in this way. And I just wanted to raise that in this forum so that people who are considering redundancies in their workplace can guard against some of these issues. And as always, if you've got any more questions or want to talk about a specific situation in your workplace, then please do contact me or another HR professional and we will help you. Thank you for listening and see you next week. Bye.